Hello Sagittarius, Elsie here for your weekly bonus. How you doing, friends? Thank you so much for clicking here. My fire family, let's find out what's going on for you. Just want to say a gentle reminder that we have a lot going on the 12th, which is a new moon in Leo, a partial solar eclipse, a meteor shower, and a planet parade. What does that mean? Well, all in the same hallway. Jupiter, Mercury, Mars, Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus, it's all going down tomorrow. Look, I don't know exactly what that means, but for me as an energy reader, it feels like I'm sitting in a dark theater eating popcorn waiting for the movie to show up, the very scary, scary movie. Look, I don't think you're supposed to be scared. I don't want to make you feel like you should be afraid of all of this, but I'm just going to say that, what are you performing that you have actually outgrown back there a long time ago? I think you'd be making those decisions between August 12th and 28th, between the two eclipses. All right. Tell me what is going on for my fire family in this bonus read. This does not have a timeline, so just whenever you find it, my friend, let's find out about you. If you have a sun, moon, rising, Venus, or Jupiter sign in Sag, you might have something here for you. All right, what do we got here? It looks like there is an opportunity that's coming to light, my friends, something you're going to be very happy about. You could find out about this while celebrating with friends. It feels like an offer or an opportunity, but the Six of Wands tells me it's joyful. It's joyful, it's exciting, it feels like a spotlight is on you, the opportunity is specifically being sent to you. It does feel like maybe it's a position to be a leader, to be seen. It feels like it's victorious. This is part of your success. It feels like after having some sort of a hardship, and it could be a short hardship, it could be a very long hardship, it feels like you're about to get a win. Some sort of win. So whatever this opportunity is, this could be a message. It could be a written letter. It could be a contract. It could be something that is written or something someone gives to you. It could be a face-to-face meeting where you have people in a social situation here. Feels like there is something here that is about to be, you would consider this to be a success, even a small success, because the Page of Pentacles is here. Let's talk more about this. We do have the Six of Pentacles. It does really feel like it comes about through conversation or doing something reciprocal. Maybe you're a volunteer at a place, maybe you volunteer at a place, and maybe they give you an award for volunteering at that place. It feels like whatever it is, it's reciprocal. Tell me more. We've got the Four of Swords. So it almost feels like this comes from someone you only see once in a while. This is not a bestie. This is not somebody that you're constantly in contact with, but it does seem like someone who might be in your wheelhouse because the Page of Pentacles tells me you already know this person or you're around them in a social way. It feels like this isn't somebody who would be considered your bestie. Like I don't think that you speak to this person, in text every single day, but it does feel like when you do have back and forth with them that they give you as much as you give them. It does feel very practical, feels like maybe a friendship situation or somebody who points you in the direction of someone like they're like, I'll refer you for the job. Like it feels like something like that. We have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. It does feel like you're not going to have to wait much longer. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse for me is like you've done all the work. You've planted the seed. You've really You've done all the weeding. It feels like this is very intentional. And so I feel like it's something with the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. It feels like you've already done the hard work. You're reaping the reward of something that you've already done. This could be karma. This could be you helped somebody else out back there and now it's coming back to you in karma. We do have Temperance. So it does feel like it is something that has to do with the past, the present, the future. It feels like it's an integration of everything that you know, you live, you love, you do. It feels like everything's coming to this place in this moment of alchemy where I feel things come into a moment of, oh, this is what they were talking about. That's what it feels like. This is what those readers were talking about. Tell me about this Page of Pentacles, please. What is this opportunity, written letter? It feels like something that comes to you face to face. So something like somebody maybe sends something to your house, a letter via courier. Could be that, a gift possibly via courier. This could be the job offer. I'm just saying. We've got the Emperor right here. We've got the King of Pentacles. Oops. And we have the Eight of Pentacles. It does feel like this is an offer for you to grow your finances, for you to work on yourself more. It feels like with the Eight of Pentacles, this is about the self, or it's about self-mastery. It feels like this is your opportunity to go back to school. This is your opportunity. Maybe you need more education before you can get the thing that you want. But it feels like you are going to possibly meet a person of influence. And that doesn't necessarily have to be a business owner. That could be somebody who can influence somebody else and says to them, you know, my friend is a subject matter expert on the thing that you need done. And the King of Pentacles is here. I feel like it's an offer to work on something really hard. It feels like 8, 9, 10. It could end up being a long-term thing is what it feels like here. So the Emperor is here, somebody who makes unilateral decisions. It is a person who can say, yeah, I can hook you up like that. I can have you talk to my boss or get you an interview at this place. It could be something that has to do with work, but it also could be that some sort of application shows up, some sort of delivery shows up. It feels like the Emperor, the person who makes the unilateral decisions, they could be sending you some sort of contract or something like that, a written letter. It feels like we're dealing with some sort of an opportunity here. Tell me about the Six of Wands. And it feels like a victory. You're like, oh, I can do that. I can do that. But I think it comes from having a conversation with somebody that you don't usually speak with. Excuse me. Somebody that you don't usually speak with. You might only see them at a time when you get out into your social group. Every time I go to the bowling team, every time I go play baseball, like it feels like you only see them when we're in a place where we're doing celebratory things. But this is somebody who you've had contact with and spoken with before. They could be connected to the Emperor. Maybe you have a CEO on your ball team and you don't know about it. We've got the Queen of Cups. This feels like it's not only going to be a win, it feels like it's going to be a deeply emotional win, the kind that you might cry over. It's like I've been hoping and praying for and working hard for this, and finally it's materializing. It feels like it makes you feel very emotional, deeply emotional. This win is something that I feel, Sag, that you really, really need. The King of Wands is here. And the Ten of Pentacles. Well, we did count them out here, didn't we? So I'm just going to say for those of you who feel like you're being pursued romantically, that could be a thing as well, because we do have the King of Wands facing the Queen of Cups. Somebody here is going to see the depth of you, possibly. But I also want to say that the person who might be making the decision about the job, the career placement, whether you can get back into the school, whether your visa is renewed. It feels like there is somebody here of influence who is going to give you some sort of an opportunity. And I feel like this has been inspired by someone else. I'm going to say that the person maybe you know that you don't see very often, it feels like this position can be filled by you. The Emperor, sorry, not the Emperor, but the King of Wands is here. That's a person of wisdom. This is a person to know well enough about what is going to last and what is not going to last. And if it's going to last a very long time, if there's longevity, if it's something I can take into the future, if this is going to be long term, then I'm definitely going to pursue it. It feels like somebody's pursuing long-term love. If this is not work or school, if this is love for you, it feels like somebody's about to pursue long-term love. We do have the Lovers here, but understand that's a choice. This Emperor could be making a choice about the thing in your 3D world, time, effort, energy, money, career, all of that. But also this being here tells me that somebody has kept their eye on you. Somebody here who you've been face-to-face with before. Somebody who you probably felt something with before, because the Queen of Cups is here. There could be somebody here who doesn't have to be a fire sign. Look, these are energies as well. They're not just people. They don't have to be Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, right? But this also could represent you. So if you are the person who is thinking about pursuing romantically, I feel like this is going to be a long-term thing, like it lasts for a long time. I feel like the victory is this. Whoever is pursuing, whatever it is, it feels like it's a long-term lock-in is what it feels like. We've got the Two of Pentacles, we've got the Three of Pentacles, and we've got the Two of Swords. Yeah, it does feel like it feels like we're about to celebrate, or there's a celebration going on when the Two of Pentacles shows up. It feels like somebody here who has sort of been, maybe yes, no, maybe yes, no. It feels like the Three of Pentacles is like the third, to me, it's like the third leg on the stool. Finally, we settle on something. It feels like, yeah, I do trust this person. I have known them for 3 years or maybe 5 years. I have known this person for a long time. They're probably going to be the person that we can add to the group, the person who is in the network. The Three of Pentacles tells me that you're about to build something. For those, especially those of you who might be out of work, because the 3 and the 2 is 5, you might be, maybe this is a new group of people that you're getting to know, or a person who has invited you into their group of people. So the Three of Pentacles is essentially telling me that it's an ascension, right? It feels like you're in this group. This is your network. This is your community. And this is people that you trust or trust you. There's a decision that's about to be made here. And it does feel like it's like a this or that kind of situation. So the Two of Pentacles is here. That's the decision. That's actually verbally saying yes to someone in the 3D. So that's looking at someone and making a decision about it. But the Two of Swords is also, I know that if I make this decision, I'll probably have to cut out one friend group for another, or one opportunity for another. So I feel like somebody might be asking you to make a decision on the spot, or to hit the ground running, or you might have to think it over, because this opportunity here is a small one to begin with. And if we are talking about this opportunity for a relationship, it's like a relationship to come out into the open. So it feels like somebody, like to come into the 3D from the place where we're just feeling it, from the place where we're just pursuing it or thinking about pursuing it. All right. What else do we have here, please, for Sagittarius? Tell me about this Seven of Pentacles. What do we no longer have to wait for? Two of Cups. I just can't even. I'm just saying. It's time to deepen a relationship, and it could be that it is platonic or romantic. Somebody said in the comments the other day that it's always romance, and you're wrong. I'm just going to say, if you're here to tell me how to read the cards, then please just start your own tarot channel. This is not always love. Emotions don't always equate to romantic love. Emotions equate to connection, emotional connection. And the two means that somebody is connecting to you like you're connecting to them. This could be romantic, absolutely. If that's what you're coming here for, please use your own discernment and your own lens. But the Seven of Pentacles is here, the Knight of Cups is here, and the Nine of Swords. So I'm going to say that there is something that you really do see the potential in. If this is not a love reading for you, and we are talking about things of the Pentacle world, this looks like a really good offer. It looks like you see the potential in being very happy, heart happy, but you also have a worry. And I think that the worry might be that the opportunity isn't very big. So if we're talking about love, and this too for you, the Two of Cups is love, then I would say that this is probably a connection, a romantic connection, but somebody here is worried that it's not going to work out. If we move too fast, if we don't wait, Seven of Pentacles, something here could move too quickly. Three of Cups, it's like it's something that's happening within the social group, or everybody's going to see it, because something here is coming out into the light, because the Six of Wands is here. So maybe somebody might say, look, can we see each other just for a little bit before we announce it to the group? If this is romantic for you here, tell me more. It feels like there's something here that's been going on under the surface for a long while, and that you see the potential in it. You also see that there's value in it, and you see that it could grow into something that is very, firm, like long-term, whether that's a relationship or a job. Tell me what else Sag needs to know. We've got the Nine of Cups. So it feels like it is in alignment with what you have been wanting for your solid future. This is an abundant future, right? This is time, effort, energy, money, your health. It's aligned with your health goals. It's aligned with your romantic goals. It's aligned with your emotional goals. Tell me more. We have the Lovers that's come back out again. I'm just going to say it's just an automatic thing for me to put it down in the upright, but it did come up in the reverse. And so for some of you, I think that that's why you might be unsure, because maybe this is someone who up until now really you felt it from them, but they haven't said anything. They might be pursuing, but not really saying what they're pursuing for. So you're unsure about their feelings. We've got the King of Cups. Yeah, I'm going to say that it does feel like we know that we are connected to each other. I'm going to say, like, the other night I went to a party, met a girl, and we are both witchy sisters. And so we just, boom, we connected right away in this King and Queen of Cups thing. I feel like this is what we're talking about. So whether you're connecting in the Pentacle world about a job or an opportunity that might come to you to confirm to you via writing with maybe a contract, it feels like this could also be romantic because these two are people who are compatible emotionally. So whatever it is for you, it feels like it's your choice. It's a choice because the Lovers is here. And it does feel like if this is love for you, it feels like you've had some eye contact with this person, like really solid eye contact. And I will say, if you are a Scorpio, chime in, or if you are with a Scorpio, chime in. Scorpio will bore a hole through you with their eye contact. They are scanning you at that point. They're trying to figure you out, trying to scan you to figure out what it is that is actually going on here. Tell me more. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. So either way, no matter what this is, I feel like whether it is love or something that is going on in the 3D world regarding a job, it does feel like it's a connection through a person that you know that is connected to the Emperor. It feels like this connection is somebody that you meet in a social situation, or that person you meet is connected to an Emperor through the social situation. This Emperor could be someone who does the hiring, firing. They could be a person who owns a business and needs someone to work there. But it could also be someone who's looking for a very deeply connected relationship. So it does feel like it could be romantic or platonic. And with this Ace of Pentacles, it feels like you're ready to go all in, is what it feels like. So this Ace of Pentacles isn't just the beginning of something, right? It's solid. It's a solid offer. You see it as a solid offer. You see the potential to grow it from the Ace to the 10 quite quickly. This seems really long-term. It's a good long-term investment. We've got the Devil. We've got the Queen of Swords, and we've got the Hanged Man. And this might be something that maybe worries you just a little bit. The Hanged Man is here. It's like, I really need to be truthful and honest with myself. Is this what I need? Is this what I want? It feels like somebody's trying to convince you that this is what you want or need, because I feel like the Devil energy is more like a round and round and round. It keeps talking, repetitive. Honesty, truth. Somebody is like somebody who stands up and liberates himself and says, okay, well, I'm just going to tell you the reasons why you should take this job, take this relationship, take this opportunity with me, or take this leap. I feel like they're going to give you all the honesty and truth that you can handle. It's very clear, I'm going to say. And this Hanged Man is putting the ball in your court. It is you getting into a pause to look for the truth, to figure out if this is what you want. I feel like you have somebody here on the outside of your boundaries because you're not sure if they're toxic. It sort of makes you nervous. That it feels like too good to be true is what I feel here, Sagittarius. You feel like it's too good to be true, but look, it's solid. Queen of Pentacles is here. It's solid. It does feel like for some of you it could be a business connection. The Queen and the King of Pentacles, they build all sorts of material empires, you know what I mean? Two of Swords is here. Two of Swords in the reverse to me is, I already know the plan. I already know the deal. I've already thought about it. I'm just going to jump in. I'm not going to wait. I'm just going to answer right now. So you might be asked to hit the ground running, answer right now, or you might be asked, is this the right plan? And that might be when the Page of Pentacles shows up with the offer or contract or whatever it is. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I hope this meant something to someone. Don't forget, the in-between is coming up August 12th to 28th. We have 2 eclipses within a 2-week period. And if you have been performative in some way, not making a decision, sitting on the fence, if someone's been sitting on the fence with you, I really do feel that we've reached the end of the line. And now it's going to be a yes or a no. I feel like something is coming down the pipeline for you. Sagittarius, I'm going to go for now, and I'll be back because I'm always back. And if you're back here, then we'll do this again. Take care, Saggy. Bye-bye.